Hey guys, just got back from the Atlanta Open, 2017 Atlanta Spring Open. Man, just had a great time watching everyone compete. This time around, I wasn't competing, but I got to go support my friends and my training partners. Man, just it was really great to see some high level guys competing like AJ Agazam, Dylan Dannins, Manser, Rafael dos Anjos, Rafael Rosendo, Victor Oliveira, some really, really good guys, man. And again, just being able to support my friends and watch them go out there and do their jiu-jitsu and show their jiu-jitsu, man, that really inspires me, gets me really pumped up to go train and, go compete later on in 2017 Worlds this year. So man, it was just really great. I think you seen like the Atlanta Open it keeps growing. They keep adding more Atlanta Opens, and it's like one of the biggest tournament. I think it is the biggest tournament series in the Southeast. So, man, every year it's just growing in every division, like Masters, women's, the black belt. It's drawing more black belts. So it's just great to see, like it just keeps growing, keeps growing, keeps growing, and man, everyone's really supportive of the jiu-jitsu community, and it's just growing. I think it's really important, even if you're not competing, go out there and go and watch. For me, like I like to go watch just to see. I mean, again, I'm supporting my friends, but man, I'm also able to see like what are some of the trends that's going on in jiu-jitsu. Like what are some of the popular guards that everyone's playing, or how is everyone passing, what I need to look out for in my future tournaments. I think that's really important. Competing in itself is really beneficial and it's going to help you grow, but also just observing, especially for new people, like if you're afraid to go compete and, people hype it up so much. If you just go and maybe watch one or two tournaments, like it'll help you just get used to that atmosphere and that adrenaline dump and just that, just being in that grinding mindset. And it'll get your feet wet before you get out there. So it's gonna really help you. I remember, before I competed, I went to like a Naga events just so I could see like who I was gonna compete against and like what to expect. So I think that'll really help, some beginners out there, and even some of the people that haven't competed in a while. Sometimes upper belts, you just life kind of gets in the way. So if you go to the tournament and go and watch, and sometimes it just bites you, man. You're like, gets you. It makes you want to go out there and compete. Just seeing your friends compete, and makes you want to go out there and fight too, and put it on the line. Um, but yeah, this line open is really great. The turnout was really big. I think a lot of spectators, families, the families and friends are coming to support their people when they go and compete. So it's just going to help jiu-jitsu grow in the southeast, and I'm sure it's like that everywhere, but like specifically in the southeast, like it's just having tournaments like this just makes it just shows how far jiu-jitsu is growing and how far just how marketable it will be in the future. And I think like watching the black belts, you see like, man, just because Dylan Dennis and AJ Agazam competed, man, that brought a lot of people that they were kind of on the fence about going, but they knew those two guys were going. So man, that in itself was a draw. So I think in the future you're gonna have it's gonna be bringing even more spectators and more practitioners, and it's gonna keep growing, and hopefully it can give back to into the sport and back to the athletes that are out there putting it on the line. Um, Man, just a great experience. Man, it was just amazing watching everyone go out there. And for me, it's like when you compete, it's very just you worry about just yourself. But when it's your friends out there, and man, sometimes like it's hard to it's an emotionally charged situation environment, and man, you sometimes like you might be calm when you're competing, but you see your friend out there and he's down on points and it's like 30 seconds to go and you're like yelling, come on man, you can do it, you can do it. And man, it's just, man, I get amped up. I think it's harder on me watching people compete than myself competing. Just because you only worry about yourself, but when all your friends are competing, man, you're worried about everyone. You want them to be safe and do well. Um, so yeah, again, a Great Atlanta Open. Um, there's gonna be another one in the summer. So if you guys didn't compete, man, maybe give it a try. Competing, it's not easy. It's supposed to take you out of your comfort zone. But you'll see that, especially in the beginning, like, man, it's gonna make you grow so much, just by just stepping out on the mat and seeing what techniques are working and what doesn't work. It's just gonna help you grow so much more. Um, in addition to your weekly training, and it gives you something to push for. I knew one guy, I'm not gonna name his name, but a friend of mine, like, doing the tournament, he wanted to go down a weight class. So man, he like really focused on dieting and cutting weight, the right way. And so without that tournament, he might not have, lost a lot of weight, naturally. Um, for some other guys, the tournament's coming around, so they train really hard and they push themselves even harder than they normally would, and man, it makes them better. So the tournament, it can be it's a tool to make you better, to make you grow, to see how you react under pressure. And that kind of goes back to the martial art, like the self-defense and martial art aspect of jiu-jitsu. When you're out there, it's like you're going against someone your weight and your size and your skill level, and that's as fair as life can get. You're going to go out there and fight someone on your level, and man, you just whatever happens, just go out there and try your best, and sometimes you win and you feel great and you feel awesome, and sometimes you lose and you feel bad and you feel lousy. But I think the people that keep coming back and to all these tournaments, like, they just really love jiu-jitsu, and so it's really great to see. All right, guys, until my next video, ciao.